on earth is...
Go away! You must go. Everyone is going to arrive.
Louis, what's going on?
Duchess, is everything all right?
Come on, Louis. There's nothing more you can do.
But
Leave us.
Emily, what's going on?
Mother, go to the crypt. I'll meet you there.
I'll be waiting for you.
Emily.
Madam, I am coming in.
It was bound to end like this, Louis. Let me stay with her. Please. Go. I'll cover you.
What? What are you doing there? Stop!
God damn it. Now what's going on?
This is confusing, man.
It's a beautiful weapon, my dearest son. A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier. Hannibal crossing the Alps. Another military... Good God! They're all here. They must have heard the gunshot.
Where is Lord Mortimer? Can anyone hear anything through the door? Did you hear that? I was not dreaming, was I?
Certainly not, Duke Godoy.
What's going on?
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Gentlemen, go back to your rooms. Go back to your rooms. I shall find out from Lord Mortimer what this is all about. Thank you.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
My instructions are clear, sir. No one is to enter.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Louis! At last, there you are.
Mother, wait,
Come, we have to be quick.
No, wait, Mother,
Time is running out, Louis. First, we must...
No! That's enough. I won't go a step further unless you explain to me what is going on here. I'm begging you. Talk to me.
You must trust me, my son. You are not ready yet.
You're the one who should trust me. Tell me what's happening.
You would never believe me.
I came all the way here for you. Now I've found you. I'm ready, Mother.
If only... Louis, I have always taught you to keep your mind open and logical. I know you are going to find it hard to believe, but what I am going to reveal to you is entirely true. Many years ago, I found out that demons really do live among us.
I beg your pardon?
And that they can influence our thoughts.
Mother, listen to yourself. I know you're exhausted, but for crying out loud, listen to what you're saying. Demons? What next? An ancient monster with a head like an octopus? What do your demons look like? Have they got horns and a pointed tail?
No, these are not creatures with billy goat's legs. Forget your Christian folklore. Imagine them more as parasitic spirits. They possess their hosts and direct them from inside.
Parasitic spirits?
Yes, they are capable of going from one body to another as they see fit. And 2 of them are present on this island.
Right. So let me guess. Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory, right?
You felt it too?
No, even if Home does look the part. But I don't know who else could do it, given that we're on their territory.
Many years ago, well before you were born, I crossed paths with one of them. Since then, I've spent my life trying to find it again. When we recovered the Alizif, I was persuaded that von Burchard was working for this demon in one way or another. But I thought he would hand the book to a middleman during this conference. That's where I made an error that could well turn out to be fatal. The one who Burchard was meant to give the book to was none other than the demon in person, Mortimer. Not to mention that Home had sent Volner to get it for him.
Home and Mortimer are demons?
They both seem to disagree about many things, but I'll admit I never knew exactly why. There are many of them, Louis, not just those 2.
Mother, have you any proof to support any of this?
Of course, but you do too. You had everything laid out in front of you. Didn't you notice anything?
Well, those property deeds across the world, all signed by the same hand and over several centuries.
I am proud of you, Louis.
I found your notes written in lemon juice.
Where all eyes size you up. At one stage, I was so afraid of losing my mind that I noted everything down. Congratulations, Louis. Wait, please tell me you didn't open Pandora's box.
The urn? No, I didn't. Why?
Good. We'll deal with it later.
I went beyond the Nightmare Mother.
You understood the Masonic date.
1191.
Of course! It was during that siege that the demon took possession of Sir Mortimer. They spent a whole night in conversation until the early hours of the morning. Mortimer had passed the test. He had charmed the demon, and so it chose him to be its host for centuries to come. But tell me, did you find his secret study?
I did indeed.
Did you see his maps of the world?
He has contacts the world over.
Yes, I've been developing the Golden Order across the world for many years, and I've never seen anyone with such influence. It's simply inhuman.
I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Holm are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
You mean the conference?
How can you explain that someone manages to bring together so many important figures without anyone knowing?
And without any security or personnel. I must admit, I found it difficult to understand how and why Mortimer didn't have a place in history.
On the continent, Mortimer and Holm are mere dandies who organize society balls. History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
The crazy thing about this, apparently, if you look this game up, it says a lot of it is true, and like the pictures are all correct, and everything what's gone on through centuries have happened, and it's basically for you, the person who's playing the game or ever watches the game, to make your mind up, like secret societies. And I'm not going to go in too far into it, but basically you get the gist. Seriously, that's what they reckon. Look it up on like any gaming thing, anything to do with not conspiracies, it's actual facts, like these things, do you know what I mean? And what's to say that certain people who are like running your country, my country, blah 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 blah, yeah, is do you know what I mean? It's sort of basically, I just looked on the internet and it says about the game being like that, and I was like, you gotta be joking me. Seriously, it's like really boggled my brain. Anyway, we just carry on, and I can't believe that they've well, they make games like this. Obviously, it's one way of putting things out. So, you know what I mean? You got to think of it in that way. They can't, like, obviously, you got to think newspapers can't print things. News channels can't really do stuff because of who owns them. It's people with money, it's people with influence, it's people with power. It's like, I'm not saying that there's demons in people, I'm just saying it's like passed down through generations of, if it is demons, I'll tell you what, we're bloody knackered, that's for sure. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that it's crazy, and it like, literally, places like that do exist. We know islands exist with certain things, and with technology today, we know more than what we did back in those days. That's all I'm saying, basically. No more said about it, just look it up. If you're interested in that sort of stuff, look it up. I'm not going to have a debate about it, I'm just saying.
Louis, I am proud of you. You came all this way, you found me, you have surpassed me.
The game goes on and on as well.
Everything I know.
There's so much more.
How did it all begin?
This is only the third part of like 5.
What do you mean you saw him?
I was 20 years old. I was young and carefree. I traveled the world in search of adventure. In the Persian Gulf, we came across an ancient grimoire that became unlocked. Composed of 7 parts, each one was a book in itself, set in a sort of metal armor that structured the whole thing. When all the volumes were brought together, they formed a single book. On my return to Paris, I set to studying these pages. I spent all my days and nights studying them.
Oh, I can imagine you doing that.
But the writing was in a language I had never seen before, developed well before Sumerian, in my opinion. So I got the idea to form a small occult circle composed of all the major names in the occult world to see if anyone else could crack it.
And you found no one.
And I found someone, Louis. I found him. Or rather, he found me. He was young, charismatic, he was flamboyant.
You mean Mortimer?
He was a veritable mine of knowledge. I showed him the book, and he was able to decipher a few passages. We spent several months together studying the pages. He helped me understand certain passages until I realized that he only translated a few parts for me. But I had aroused his interest. It was too late.
How so?
I mean to say he manipulated me. He used me, and in the end, he stole the book with all its secrets.
Did he ever go to your place?
Not once. At least I don't think so. But before disappearing, he proposed a pact between us. He proposed that I follow him and let him teach me, allow him to bring me up.
And you accepted?
Please don't be stupid. You don't make deals with the devil. After that, I spent my whole life looking for him. 3 years later, in Berlin, I just missed him. In London, I lost 6 members of the order in a chase. In 1741, in Tunisia, I found a sect of fanatics who had crossed paths with him once. 1741, in Poland. 1749, in India.
8 years ago in Venice.
We agreed never to speak about what happened in Venice, Louis.
You agreed, and that was before you spoke to me about demons. Wait, the baby we delivered, you and me, that night in Venice, did he have anything to do with Lord Mortimer?
The child was his son.
We stole his son? Are you insane? I always thought we took him to save him.
That was the case. It was precisely to save him from his father.
Need I remind you the mother died during childbirth? What became of the child?
Later. For the moment, that is not the key issue here. Once we found the Al-Azif in Paris, I followed von Borchart's trail here. I didn't think it would lead me straight to the demon. It was careless of me. He toyed with me for a few days, until I caught on, until I saw him as he was. But he had no intention of letting me leave. We are all his pawns, Louis, and if we don't want to spend the rest of our lives turning round in circles here, we must absolutely get off this island. All right, can we move on?
Wait a minute, one last thing. I want to know what happened with Elizabeth Adams.
Louis, we haven't time for those details.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I want to know.
She was one of the receptacles for these monsters. I met her parents when she was born. One of the demons got inside her. The demon used her to spy on her father, John Adams. He is one of the founding fathers and vice president of the United States, you know.
Mortimer possessed her?
No, I don't think it was Mortimer. Her father, John Adams, hired me to tend to her, but the evil in her was too deep. In spite of the various treatments I tried on her, I never succeeded in getting it out of her. It's not something I'm proud of, Louis, but I had to try everything.
Mother, did you kill her?
Of course not. Don't be stupid. I had no interest in getting rid of her.
I want to know what happened between you and Emily's sister.
Great responsibility often brings difficult choices, Louis. That's all you need to know.
Mother, I won't take a step further if you don't answer me.
You dare blackmail me?
I'm listening.
All right, I used her. So there you are. Happy now? We had the Al-Azif, and I didn't think we would be able to escape with it. In order to ensure that the book did not fall into their hands, or that one of them couldn't read in us where we had hidden it, I asked Emily to...
It's Emma.
Yes, or rather for me, it was Emily. So I asked Emma to hide it without anyone seeing. And then I disposed of her. I am sorry for her, but she was part of the Golden Order.
It's a great game. Great game.
She knew the rules when she joined.
Very good game. I'm telling you that now. If you're gonna play a game, play this. It does like get very spicy and good and like all the sorts of things.
What did you negotiate about the Al-Azif with Volney?
Absolutely nothing. I managed to pull
My
the wool
wife
over his
told
eyes
me
until I
that it
found a way to
gets
flee.
really, really good. And plus, obviously, like looked up on the internet, and that like literally like freaked me right out. But it's the same with all societies, isn't it? But a lot of it is true, and like I said, I ain't gonna say any more about that. You just look at it yourselves. Literally, just look at it yourselves. You just literally be like, probably. Well, it all depends what you believe in or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? If you're not open-minded, like, look into it. Just like carry on with your normal life.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
And don't worry about it, I suppose. Just, you know what I mean? I'm not worried about it, but I'm just saying, like, it's just, it's nice to know, you know? If that makes sense. That's why I am a very open-minded person. A lot of people say they are, but no, they ain't. They fucking ain't. They ain't open-minded people. Not a lot of people are. It's very, very rare. You got 1%ers. I'm a 1%er out in the world, and there's very few of us who are like who I am, and like literally, it's hard to explain unless you know me, like, and see me in face to face, and walked in my own shoes, and like literally been there, had it all, and literally seen evil from its own selves. I'm not saying like these people, but some are very close to that. Let's put it that way.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen. Once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany. Between you and me, if buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
What was going on with the cannons in Tuscany?
It was nothing.
Since when does the Order finance wars?
The cannons for that Bonaparte fellow? Listen. Once in the lion's den, I did whatever I could to appear legitimate. So yes, I pretended to be interested in Mortimer's project about a young military man who was seeking funding for a foundry in Tuscany.
Sorry, press the wrong button.
If buying China would have enabled me to escape, I would have signed without hesitation.
You know, I found your package under a wharf plank.
As a matter of fact, I needed it yesterday. I wasn't expecting anyone to take it.
I was thinking that when I took it, actually.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
On the evening of my arrival, Cardinal Piaggi came looking for you. He was determined to give you a letter.
More of his lists. Louis, I think I know what's in that letter, and I beseech you to believe that it is the least of our worries. We can sort that out later.
Are you going to tell me what happened to your hand?
Better than that. I shall show you.
Good. I think that's about right. We shall speak about it once we get back to France.
Great actions for humanity have been decided by demons for centuries, Louis. They are playing with our destiny. We are their slaves. And it's time for it to stop. By the way, what was Mortimer's project at this conference?
He wants the United States to occupy all the North American territory. France should recover Louisiana and give it to the United States. In that case, the Americans would just have to push west to chase the Spanish from the continent once and for all.
And as Mortimer controls Washington, you may just as well say that it will put him at the head of a world superpower. We should do our utmost to put a stop to Mortimer's plans. But for the time being, there are more pressing matters.
Are you gonna tell me why we're here?
There. That's why we are here.
Reassure me, we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable of doing it. You're going to have to find a way to open it.
Why, of course. And what's inside?
Something to vanquish them with?
Perfect. So, how does it open?
We'll need several keys. I found a note from the architect who conceived the mechanism in Mortimer's secret study. We have to first gather 6 objects before we try anything.
Are your 6 objects the keys?
Exactly. We have the Clement III cross, the nails, the Gutenberg Bible, the exegesis of Judas, an armillary sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between the different calendars.
Why a cross?
Well, I haven't the foggiest idea, but it just so happens that's what you are going to use to activate the mechanism. I found the one Mortimer kept. It belonged to Cardinal Guibert, better known by the name of Pope Clement III.
Perfect. Where is it?
Unfortunately, I've lost it. When I lost my hand, I went dashing out, and it must have fallen from my pocket.
Remember, Mother. I'm certain you can remember.
Let me think.
You were running.
I was bleeding to death.
You remember the pain.
I thought I was going to faint. Yes, I remember. I don't think it can be far, can it?
Would you have lost it outside?
No, I don't think so. It must be in the area. I don't remember going up with it.
Perfect. I'll search the crypt before leaving. Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
And a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course. Some nails?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who made the mechanism, you know. When I arrived, there were already a few of them inserted, so I didn't have to worry about those. On the other hand, I remember seeing some in Mortimer's secret study, behind his nightmare.
And a golden cup? Yes. Yes, I saw them too.
Perfect. It will be easy for you to find them then. You need 3 of them.
Very well.
You remember what to do about the rollers. 1191 to enter, and 6466 to exit.
Of course. Exegesis. Anything else?
Did you manage to vanquish the Medusa?
To open the chimney? Yes, absolutely.
So you've already come across it. It's the Bible of Judas that is exposed in the secret room behind the chimney.
Why do they call it an exegesis?
Because that's what it is, and not an apocryphal Bible, strictly speaking. It's the study of a text with a summary, not an actual Bible. Anyway, well done for the Gorgon.
That's exactly what I said early, in my stream last time. I said it was that. I said exactly that.
We won't be able to work out this cursed mechanism.
Wow.
One last thing before you go. Be very careful.
I got the game pretty much spot on, really, but it's only what I've read through my lifetime.
Don't ever confide in anyone because a demon can slip inside them at any moment.
Wait, not all of them, though. Take Washington.
Especially Washington. He's been conditioned by Mortimer for years. Look at them, for crying out loud. How do you explain their behavior?
I've had all my family, well, a lot of my family who knows other people in the around the world, like certain people like who's read different scriptures in different languages. Not from the actual like Bibles, actually what's been like what they found, and they read it from that. They translated it for like basically like Rome and things like that. So that's why I'm sort of like open-minded to stuff, because of me personally. I've been around it all my life. I've actually seen things what people would never, well, you'd never see it. You'd have to go to, well, you won't see it now. It'd be, what was that again? I just gone off of it. But anyway, yeah, that's the reason why I said that on my other stream. And I was totally spot on. I thought it was just like a game thing. I thought that, but no, it's spot on. Fair play to him for a game. It's absolutely amazing, to be honest, because of those sort of things. It's translated, and basically someone who done this game obviously has had someone who's actually like with my family members who knows people, basically they do it for a living, and basically they translate it, and that's how priests and vicars and archbishops know how to know the Bible and things like that, like the real old stuff. They can't read it themselves. It's an unspoken language. It's like only been like discovered like very recently, you know. What I say recently, like 15 years, 20 odd years, something like that. Not even that, I don't think. It's just like I said, look that up. Also, seriously, I'm telling you the truth. If not, I'll give you £1,000. I'm spot on, because I know I'm spot on, because of literally, like I said, I brought up with it. But yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Whoever did this game is absolutely champions, because they've really done a really spot on game here. I can't believe a lot of people haven't shouted this out about that. But obviously, do you know what I mean? Not about politics or anything like that. It's about literally real life stuff, what's going on. And obviously, like, we are being manipulated. Oh, I can't get my words out where my brain is like, it's late as well. But anyway, you get the gist of what I'm saying. But yeah, just look it up on the internet and things like that if you're interested in that sort of stuff. But yeah, basically, it's not about interest. If you're interested in it, it's interesting because of a lot of it exists and has happened. And wars and things like that. It's not just about wars or anything. It's like people who's like basically all sat down and like basically been on these places, and they got places like put away. It's like we can't visit certain places in the world because there's places there. I know that because of like army and things like that, and people go, oh, I was a SEAL and things like that. And it wasn't. It's like a lot of people lie, and like basically, I'm not going to talk about army or anything. I don't even say about my life, but I'm just saying, for example's sakes, like other people in the world, let's say, yeah, there is places known where you can't fly over. Not on about Area 51 or those sort of places. I'm on about literally like places where you can't go, and there's like places there, and even islands and things like that, which you wouldn't even realise what are there. It's like basically a lot of places now, because they've got tunneling machines, they're right underneath the ground, and they've got miles of it. They've got what apparently they have. Up in America, you've got like literally from the White House right underneath that. It goes on for about 600-700 miles to another part of the country. You got Mexico, you got America, then you got Canada, ain't you? Yeah, right. Don't take a genius to work out like America, you're all together. There's no water dividing you. And you got England, didn't you? And you got Scotland, and you know what I mean? There's no water dividing us, but basically we're all like categorized as like white zones. And who does that? It's hierarchy people. It's not the Scottish people or the Welsh people or the English people. We're all the same. We just talk different. That's all it is. And we talk different, and we're taught different ways. Basically, you're bred like in ways which really shouldn't have been done. Whereas where I was brought up in a way to be open-minded and to understand others' ways, and not to look down on other people, no matter what race, what color, or wherever they are in the world. It doesn't take a monkey's ass, yeah, to like ooze. Do you know what I mean? Or an elephant's ass or a cat's ass. Basically, you are what you are, and literally, it doesn't make a difference who you are. It's like you are what you are. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. And basically, in life, it's just how it's happened, isn't it? It's just like sadly, people change. People's families change their brains, and they think that they haven't been changed, but they have. It's just like the way it is. It's just that you can't stop it after that, because once you're at a certain age, you can't be rewired. It's just a simple thing. It's called psychological damaging, messed up crap. But saying that, parents ain't the fault of it. It's the people who brought them up too. Not family. It's the actual system what you live in. It's nothing to do with families. It's nothing to do with where you live. It's the system you're living in. You know what I mean? It's those people what's done it, and it goes on and on and on to all different sorts of factors. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, it don't make a difference about cats' asses and things like that. I'm just saying in gist. That's the only way I can explain it. Seriously, it's just, this is like really, really mind blowing my brain. Really, really big time. But yeah, it's an interesting game. And plus I'm tired. But yeah, it's a good old game. And like, I would really suggest, if anyone's interested in sort of these sort of games, this is only just getting interesting now, mind. If I knew, it's only that I was playing through it, and basically looked it up. When I was getting about the manuscripts about Bibles and things like that, I was just playing it, and my wife said, "Oh, it's like," she told me, and she said, "Oh, that's a good game to play," because she completed all this. And I went, "Oh yeah." She goes, "It's stuff like basically what you've was brought up and everything else. It's like sort of scholars and things like that. Family was like I said, but anyway, there was but my family, well, not my family, but anyway. So anyway, cut a long story short, I played the game, and basically, yeah, she was spot on, because obviously she knows me. She's been with me for like nearly 20 odd years. So if she don't know me now, she'd never know me, would she? And that's the same with any woman. If you've been with someone for 20 odd years and you don't know them, well, there's something wrong. Need to move on. Right, let's get on with it.
Tell me, Mother, you wouldn't know anything that might save me some time, would you?
That's where you'll have to put the Clement III cross. You insert the cross
gonna
into
say
the
the
slot,
Clement
and
III
it will
cross, yeah.
open the iris.
And then you
Let's see if I can work it out myself. It looks like a kind of control panel.
But
Looks like certain mechanisms I've seen before. I wouldn't be surprised if I had to put the Clement III cross in it.
and then it push down, I suppose.
Looks like certain mechanisms I've seen before. I wouldn't be surprised if I had to
Oh,
put the
press
Clement
the wrong
III
button
cross
again.
in it.
Been doing that quite a lot, but oh well. It is what it is, isn't it? What's I doing? Go back.
You ought to
Right.
go, Louis. If someone finds us here, the situation might well become seriously
What have they done
complicated.
to his poor mum? Assholes, man. Right. Literally terrible. It's evil in its own right. But it's only a game. But a lot of it is very true. That's the crazy part about it. That's what I was trying to explain earlier. But such life, eh? It is what it is, I suppose. Well, it isn't, but you need to score. If you don't, you will do one day. If you never do, I will. Never mind. Saying that though, I know a lot of people they live in a closed little bubble, and I sort of can understand that. You're scared of things, don't want to be introduced to something unusual and be different to their own ways. So I totally understand people being scared. And a lot of people go, oh, I'm not scared. It's just like my beliefs. And no, you're scared, man. Because I know that what scary is, you know what I mean? I'm scared of different things myself. At least I admit it. I admit everything I, like, literally, if I say something, I admit it, or literally, I have done in my streams, you know what I mean? I can't be any more forthcoming in what I have done. Like in gaming and things like that, especially. Do you know what I mean? I'm just, I am what I am, you know what I mean? I do my streams, I say what I say, and basically, I ain't gonna say something what ain't right. I ain't gonna say something what's not right and sound like a fool. Do you know what I mean? I've looked it all up beforehand. That's why I'm saying it. If I never looked it up, I wouldn't say a thing. And that's the God's honest truth. I would not do that. The way I say it, I probably haven't portrayed it as much as good as what my wife has, what my wife could do. But I'm not gonna go and grab my wife, am I, and get her to explain it to people who watch the stream back. But like I said, look it up yourself, and you'll understand. You may understand a few bits and bobs yourself. But then saying that, it's taking me like nearly 50 odd years to understand, but to like certain things, grasp of things, and I was brought up into that at a very early age of like 6, 7 years of age. Not from like a religion or anything like that. It's just the people, family, and all that are around, and powerful people who run things. People who's been in the know. Not like nothing like this, but like obviously nothing like this, but obviously close enough. There is things what do exist like this. in this day and age. And obviously, also certain little bits and bobs, but yeah. Especially like before the internet as well, with my grandfather and things like that said a few bits and bobs. And my other grandfather did on my dad's side, my mum's side. And like I said, they done books, read stuff, and taught people. There's a guy
Glad you're
named.
here.
Oh,
Blast it.
let's
He's
play
gonna
this
talk about
way.
my mother.
Come and see what I've found. There are pieces of paper in the ashes of the chimney. Someone's been burning something here.
Incredible. He doesn't seem to want to speak to me about what happened between my mother and the Hillsborough sisters.
Show me a little.
Look, it's possible to distinguish two different writing styles.
The rest of the correspondence between my mother and Emma.
Someone tried to burn an exchange of messages. I'm certain there must be more.
Shit. What on earth is he doing?
If you want my opinion, a servant must have burnt some old papers. That's all.
Why, of course. You very nearly made me think that you were trying to hide something, Louis. No, I'm sure there must be other hidden messages.
He won't let go. He's going to work his way back to the Bible if he continues.
No reflection. He's a vampire. Oh my god. He's not just that, he's a vampire as well. No, I'm joking. Haha. Nah, I'm only joking about. I'm messing about. That wouldn't surprise me. But I am joking about. Seriously, I'm just joking.
Dante's Paradise.
Oh
Raise
my
your
god,
hand
I'm going to tell you how to
assured.
find Dante's
What comes up
Paradise
here
thing,
from
man.
the mortal world
Seriously.
must ripen in our ways.
Hey, look, there.
No,
Well,
I don't see anything.
Come, Louis, look. Someone's clearly drawn a 4 in the dust. I have a clue.
I better take the Bible before he works his way back to it.
cool. Right, they're all looking for things what I need to find. On the back of message is written the correspondence and date sent October 30, Ramadan 554 30 Tishri Nisan Nisi Daya Abi Ada Shabbat Shabbadan. It was Sarah's name. So you got Tara. Or you're gonna have some. I'm gonna have some running around, man. Literally, loads of running around. And on that note, I might just leave it as a stream like this because of like literally, there is so much more to do in this game. It is so crazy, and it's like got so good. It is unbelievably amazing game. It's one of those games you can't do this game in like one go. If you did, it would like probably exhaust your brain. Because there's a lot of looking around it for things, and you got to read things, and you got to try and like remember stuff and all that sort of stuff. It's not obviously, yeah, it can be done. I could do it if someone was if it was like pay. So I don't know if I was getting paid to do this. Yeah, I would like sit there and do it. It'd be one of those games like I don't know. Say we've done a 24-hour stream, play this, and then play another game after a long game like this. One back to back. It'd be a game to play on, but I tell you what, it'd probably do your brain in. But if you're doing it for a good cause or something, that'd be a good little turn, wouldn't it? So hint to anyone out there who's doing things, and you've got plenty of people who watch you. Do it. If you really love your
a painting of himself
charity stuff.
Now that's not gonna The Kiss of Judas, painted by Caravaggio.
I put more than nothing I have.
Talking without thinking is like shooting without taking aim. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Anyway, the only thing about this game is so hard to save, I think. Back to menu, validate. Right, let's go back to the menu and see where we cut. Where we see where we'll probably end up back in the thing, innit? Episodes. So this is where we are. Trial of Faith, face to face, conclave. Done that. Right. So we're on 3. The Trial of Faith. Bang onto that. Is that validate? Yeah, validate. Let's go on to that. If I go back again, I'll go mad because I've done that earlier. I went on something. I thought, oh, on that. Yeah. Here
we aren't going to have to force that one, are we?
I don't think we're even capable
right,
of
here
doing
we
it.
are. So
You're
it's
going to
me
have to
running
find a way
around.
to open it.
Later on, another time. Instead of me doing half of
Something to
it,
vanquish them?
this is the only time you should stop it, your streams.
We'll need several
Because I've been
keys.
streaming
I
now for
found a
quite a
note from the
while.
architect
I'll
who
have a look,
conceived
I'll
the
tell you how
mechanism
long I've been
in
doing
Mortimer's
it.
secret
2
cell.
hours and 18
We have
minutes,
to
and
first
plus I played
gather
it for
6
an hour
objects
before that.
before we
I
try
played it for like 2 hours, so I've been playing for about 4 or 5 hours.
We have the
Literally, I'm knackered.
the nails,
I feel a
the
bit tired now. My legs are hurting.
exegesis of Judas,
Like,
an
sat up
armillary
and all that.
sphere, and all we need to match up the dates between
Thank you
different
for watching the
calendars.
stream. I will look back and see you've been watching. I've seen that you've been watching the stream, by the way. I will look it up, and if it don't show up, I can look another way as well to watch the stream. Thank you for watching the stream. Thanks ever so much for that. God bless you as well. Don't forget to subscribe and like. That helps me. And God bless you as well. Play the game, man. Buy the game. It's only like £3.50 to buy it on the PS5 or the PS4. It's a PS4 game actually. Go and buy it. It's £3.50. It didn't cost a lot. It's like peanuts, isn't it? I'll see you in a bit. God bless you. Obviously, if they're interested in these sort of games, obviously watch it on the stream. But further ado, when I'm chatting, I'm having a laugh and basically I'm talking in gist and in terms of things. So the person who just left, I think he probably left and thought, oh, he must be nuts. Yeah, basically, I'll put a little touch to it and try and, I don't know, it's you know, when you role play and things like that, that's what I do with my gaming. So anyway, God bless you. I hope you loved it. Basically, I hope I got you sort of like into it and thought, oh wow. Basically, it's all role playing. That's all it is. Right, God bless you. None of this is real. It's all complete like fabrication and things like that. Yep. Basically, yeah, it's all like real and things like that. And basically, like the stuff is real, and obviously what's happened in history. But further ado, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And like I said, it's all role playing. Everything I am doing is role playing. As I talk, I role play, and basically that's how I do it. So don't think I'm nuts. I'm just role playing. So literally, when I'm talking, even in games and things like that, I chat to people, go, oh yeah, family's this and family's that. It's all role playing, man. You know what I mean? That's what I do. And basically, yeah, look it up on the internet, and if it is real, yeah, I don't know how I got that right, but yeah, it's all role playing, man. So it's all role playing. So anyway, further ado, God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe, alright? I hope I've got you into the game, because of like literally that's what role playing is about. And God bless you. Bye bye, and I hope that you are safe and well, and God bless to all of you. Thank you for watching this stream.